Okay, hello, welcome in. Hello, hello. We are continuing with more Ace Attorney today. Hopefully we can go a bit longer this time so that we can actually finish this case. Okay. Welcome in. Hello, hello. I guess let's get right into it. I don't really know what else to say. The trial. Okay, I shared it, right?
Yeah.
We can see.
Cool.
Good boys.
Okay.
I didn't realize I was just muted for like the whole time. I was like saying stuff.
It's okay.
Okay. Hey, Nick!
What is it this time?
You won't believe how many people are here for the trial.
Well, it is a murder case.
What are you talking about? They're here for the trial next door.
Next door?
Why don't you know this, Nick? Ugh. They're having Detective Atme's trial today.
Detective Atme?
Bro. They say they're gonna... Oh, they say they're gonna try him as mask to mask.
Already? That was fast.
Boy, I'd love to see Mask to Mask's trial.
By the way, where's Pearls?
Oh, she went back home. She said she can't neglect her training anymore.
Who the hell? Also, why do we let Pearls walk around by herself?
Yeah.
Pearls has already gotten into her training lately, huh?
Yeah, ever since that incident last year.
Please don't ignore me.
Oh, Mr. Delight. Good morning.
No one likes me. No one would notice me even if I killed someone.
Oh. Come on, don't be silly. Well, wait a sec.
You don't mean... You're the murderer!
No, I'm just a poor thief. No, wait, that's not right. A thief can't really be poor.
Well, let's see. According to Mr. Delight, from his second crime on, he was following a bunch of set plans. Plans that someone had been sending him to help him commit the heist.
Do you really think there's a connection between the thief and the murder, Nick?
It's possible, but today's trial is a race against the clock.
Huh? How come? Let's just take our time like always.
I'm afraid that's not an option.
Huh?
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh, right. I forgot. Okay. Ah! Alright, feathers are gonna switch.
Okay.
Alright. You're ready? Preparation, the last refuge of the week.
Okay, settle down, everyone. Let's begin with your opening statement, Mr. Godot.
Ugh, he's got the judge in the palm of his hand, yet again.
Ron Delight. is simply too young to be sent to war. That's all.
I'm afraid I have no idea what that means, Mr. Godot.
Huh. Then you need to get out more, Your Honor. Life is war, but that is exactly why you must be more precise in your wording. That's all my statement means. You understand now, right?
Who is flinging these coffees at him?
I don't know.
Just got somebody on the side constantly pouring.
Do they have like a little like a hot plate and like a brewer or something? Like
Yeah. That's what I'd like to imagine. Yes. Well then, let me briefly summarize the details of this case.
Wow, the judge is taking charge like he knows what's going on for a change.
The victim is Kane Bullard, CEO of KB Security. His body was found in a safe at approximately 9 a.m. on the morning of the 13th. However, the time of death was estimated as 1 a.m. of the previous day.
And that's when our little lost kitten dropped the ball. That little lost kitten is, of course, the defendant.
Very well then, Mr. Godot, please call your first witness.
I never drink more than 17 cups of coffee during any given trial.
somebody check if that's true.
But the first one is always the best.
Mr. Godot, your witness?
Okay then. Let's hear what the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, has to say for himself.
The defendant, well, Mr. Wright, does the defense have any objections? It may be a bit of a disadvantage having the defendant testify, but...
I remember when Mia was defending me. She allowed me to testify so she could do the cross-examination. She put a lot of trust in me back then. We have no objections, Your Honor. The defense will allow Mr. Delight to testify.
You've got guts, right?
All right then, Mr. Ron Delight, please take the stand.
You did it, didn't you?
No. That's not true.
For a moment there, I thought we'd set the record for the shortest trial ever.
Well, Mr. Delight already looks plenty guilty with that face he's making.
And once he opens his big mouth, he'll probably put the last nail in his own coffin.
Very well. Now then, can you tell me something? If you didn't kill Bullard, what did you go to KB Security? Why did you? Why?
Well, that's kind of hard to say. Boy, I wish I could go.
Now then, let's hear some testimony about what happened.
That evening, around 1 a.m., I went to see Mr. Bullard in his office at KB Security. The blackmail letter I got, it ordered me to go there. I'd been working for KB Security until a year ago, so I knew where his office was.
1 a.m., the exact time the murder took place.
The weak gets washed away by the tide of fate. The strong drink it up. Ah, it's bitter today. Too. Bitter today, too. Just like my destiny.
I couldn't find the unmute button.
You'd never know that from the way he's chugging it down.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you please.
Okay. Hold it. It ordered you there? It was the first time I'd ever gotten a blackmail letter that ordered me to go somewhere.
Does that mean you've gotten other blackmail letters then?
Oh, of course. They'd say things like, steal this, or take that. Why don't you say those for later, Mr. Delight? Please don't say any more. Now, what should I do? What should do I do?
What?
Now, what should do I do?
What should do I do?
Press harder.
So what did the black
You should do press harder.
should do press do
Harder, do it.
do should do.
Mhm.
So what did the blackmail letter in question say? It said to bring $50,000.
Money, eh? A perfect motive for committing murder.
Nobody asked you. Oh, but wait! I never intended to pay that money anyway.
Oh, is that right?
After all, he had nothing to hold over my head. I had nothing to be afraid of.
An important point indeed. Witness, let's have that added to your testimony.
Yes, sir.
Huh.
A muddy mud skipper in outer space has a better chance of surviving than I do. What does that mean?
Huh? Huh?
What?
Okay, Vina.
You used to be a security chief for KB Security, right? Yes, that's right.
A security chief? You?
And yet, a year ago, you were fired without notice. Revenge for an old grudge? A perfect motive for murder, wouldn't you say?
I would not say that. This isn't good. Maybe I should change the subject. Mr. Delight, please tell us why you were fired from your job. Well...
The world is filled with those who have said, "I wish I had never asked that."
Okay, then I take it back.
Defendant, please answer the question.
Well, I needed money.
You needed money?
Well... Sorry. Well, you see, Dusty loves to spend it. It's kind of her hobby.
Not exactly the best hobby in the world, huh, Nick?
Was that
Nice.
a try on name?
Sorry.
It's okay.
My salary was nearly enough, so I stole data from the company. Come again. KB Security has a lot of security info on all sorts of companies. And since I was a security team chief...
You stole some data and sold it.
Mr. Bullard found out and I was fired immediately. What? I wish I had never asked that. I was somehow able to keep it secret and made it seem like I'd quit on my own.
What is it, Nick? You don't look so good.
Someone who brings harm to their company is fired as punishment. You do well to remember that.
He sure told you.
So you admit that you stole data from your company, is that correct?
Yes, I'm sorry.
This is a very important fact. Please add it to your testimony.
Oh man, this whole thing just took a big turn for the worse, crashed, and blew up. It's gonna take the jaws of life to rip this case from the clutches of disaster. Why would you do something like that? Well, for Dusty's hobby. What else? Wasting money, huh? It's not a waste!
So, Miss Delight doesn't know that her husband was fired, does she?
So it would seem.
I'm not sure what to think about couples who keep secrets like that from each other.
I can't believe it. This case has gotten even Maya to think seriously about couples.
Please try to stay focused, Mr. Wright.
There wasn't much to his testimony, was there?
Sounds like he's avoiding something. At least that's what it sounds like to me.
Uh-oh, I've got a bad feeling about this. We'd better be careful.
But if we don't find a way to make him spill the beans, we'll never get closer to the truth.
Yeah.
The beans.
Just what were you being blackmailed about anyway?
The blackmail letter said if you don't want your identity revealed, correct?
I'm sure it was referring to the whole mask-to-mask thing.
Objection!
Objection! Tisk. I'm afraid that reason isn't going to hold up anymore.
What do you mean?
The victim had no proof the defendant was Mask the Mask. But you were the one who stole company secrets only 1 year earlier.
But that was all over with once I was fired. But it is true that the fact I stole secrets was kept under wraps. Even so, there was no reason for me to pay up now, a whole year later. Is that really true?
What is it, Nick?
The fact that Ron was stealing company data. I wonder if he would have had a problem if that ever became public knowledge? Yeah. Mr. Delight, I believe you would have been in considerable trouble. Your identity as a company data thief was made public.
Mr. Wright, what are you trying to do by bullying your own client?
Oh, I was muted, what the fuck? Huh. Men are like colonies of bacteria. The more heat you apply, the faster they grow.
Huh?
What?
Huh?
Excuse me.
What?
That's exactly right.
Oh,
Well then, feel free to keep up the heat, my little lawyer amigo.
Little lawyer amigo.
I'm glad Phoenix knows what he's talking about.
Yes, now come on. Provide some evidence to back up your
You
yeah.
got this.
I, I would like to continue.
Okay. There's some real tension between these two.
There really is. Why would Mr. Delight want to keep his data stealing secret from going public?
I mean,
It's for Desiree, dude.
Mr. Delight, what you said just now doesn't match what you told me yesterday. Huh? What doesn't? I think you must have been scared. Very scared. Of having a certain person find out your secret. Gulp.
a certain person?
Miss Desiree Delight, the defendant's wife. Ugh, but I... Listen to me, my Desi, she's...
Looks like if I just sit back and relax, the fun will end before it's truly begun.
Ugh, Godot.
Yes, we know. It was all your wife's fault.
What do you mean?
Mr. Delight stole company data to pay for his wife's spending habits, for which he was fired. Unable to face his own wife, someone used his dirty little secret to blackmail him. And that is how the murder came about.
Oh,
No, everything is falling neatly into place for him. Don't talk about my Desi like that, or you'll be sorry.
He just threatened him. Oh god.
Well, it seems that we've learned a great deal of things here so far.
What do you think, Nick?
I didn't think it was possible to get so thoroughly whipped in just 20 minutes.
Clearly, there was sufficient motive for murder. He stole data for his wife, and he killed to protect his secret. A family man who cared just a little too much.
The motive is clear. Let's move on.
Ugh.
What happened at the crime scene at 1 a.m. in the morning, Mr. Delight? Come now, tell us! We're all ears!
Oh.
When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. Suddenly, I was hit on the forehead. After that, I remember being a bit dazed. If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed. When I came to, Mr. Bullard was lying there, dead.
I see. Suddenly hit on the forehead, huh? I believe the detective from yesterday provided similar testimony. He said that the mask struck him on the head from behind.
Of course, since Atme turned out to be the culprit himself, that was all a lie.
No one's going to believe a pathetic lie like that.
What are you saying? I really was attacked!
Well, we'll find out if what you say is true or not during the cross-examination.
Got that, Mr. Trite? Don't go easy just because he's your client. If I see any sign that you are, I'll treat you to another cup of my special blend.
No need to worry about that, Mr. Godot. I have faith in Ron. I know he didn't do it.
What is a special blend?
It's a secret. It's a secret.
Mhm.
Oh,
That? Could you please clarify what you were referring to? Why, my Mask to Mask costume, of course.
Wait, just a moment. Mask to mask?
Huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? Just to be on the safe side, I dressed as Mask to Mask. Then I descended upon the office of the CEO of KB Security.
What?
Nick, did you know about this? He never told me this.
I don't recall him ever mentioning it to me either.
Even if I didn't know that. It seems our little friend really loves to keep secrets.
I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up until now. Oh wait, that's not right. You know how sometimes things just slip your mind?
Ah, my 6th cup of coffee is starting up and staring up at me coldly.
At any rate, we can't ignore this new piece of information. Witness, please correct your testimony.
Why were you dressed up as Mask to Mask? Why, because I'm Mask to Mask, of course.
What are you talking about? Mask to Mask's trial is being held next door.
Yes, I guess so. Anyway, at that time, I thought I was being blackmailed over the Mask to Mask issue. So I thought I should go as him, just to be safe. Oh boy. Let me tell you, it's a real pain to move around with that cape. That's why it took a lot longer than I'd expected. Took a lot longer? What is he talking about? Oh my god, the game stuttered right there. That scared me.
Yeah.
Press harder. What do you mean by it took a lot longer? Oh, opening the safe, of course. My cape got caught on the safe door, you see. This all happened when I was hiding Mr. Bullard's body.
What was that? Back up a second.
Yes?
You were the one that hid the body in the safe?
Well, yeah.
Inconceivable! Why? Just why? What reason could you have? What were you thinking?
Question. When does someone toss their dirty shorts in the washing machine? What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
What? Actually, what do you mean by that?
The answer is simple. When they take them off. What?
As usual, I have no idea what you're saying.
Do you mean that Mr. Delight hid the body because he's the murderer?
So you're not as stupid as you look.
His metaphor this time was really obscure.
Mr. Wright, you don't mean that you knew about this whole safe business, do you?
Well, yes.
Why am I the only one not in the loop here? Witness, make sure you add this to your testimony.
Yes, sir.
Just imagining the judge like, Jesus, oh my, like mumbling under his breath. It's like the 5th or 6th time the revision has happened.
Just imagining he gets so angry, he, like freaking flips his desk, his judge desk.
The gavel just goes over the air. Why am I even here?
Uh-oh, looks like a storm front is moving in over the fair-weather judge.
Okay, Phoenix.
Phoenix is also just saying stuff. He's like, maybe if I just start saying stuff too, it'll work.
Yeah, it seems like what he's trying to do. Damn.
Your Honor, could you please take a look at this record?
And what might this be?
The record for the emergency buzzer that connects the CEO's office to security. The button is pressed, a security team is supposed to come running. And according to this record, the buzzer was pushed once at 1:02 a.m.
What?
If Mr. Rondelite truly was the murderer, he would have ran as soon as that buzzer sounded. After all, a security guard would have been heading his way.
Objection!
Let's remember who we're dealing with here. He probably had no idea there was a security personnel in the building.
We get a tally going of how many times I've yawned during this stream. I think I'm on like number 4 or 5 so far. Up until 1 year ago, my client was working as a chief of security. There's no way he wouldn't have known about them.
Objection!
But as it turns out, the guard never came.
It was nothing more than a coincidence. The fact that the guard was a pathetic loser who had just gotten punched in the face by his ex's new boyfriend, and it wasn't anywhere in the facility, was not something Mr. Delight could have known.
Oh my god.
Again, remember who we're dealing with here. It's a sure bet that Mr. Delight didn't even notice the buzzer going off.
The buzzer's extremely loud. There's no way he could have ignored something like that. If he had been conscious, that is.
Conscious? What do you mean by that?
Fine. Let's hear your theory.
They had a good back and forth going there.
Mm-hmm.
Recall the defendant's testimony. The moment he entered the victim's office, someone attacked him. Mr. Delight said he felt dazed. I'm willing to wager that he was knocked unconscious for at least a few minutes.
Unconscious. So he fainted.
That's why Mr. Delight didn't know that the buzzer had sounded. And that's why he thought he had time to hide the body.
So, what are you trying to say?
Mr. Delight was knocked out, and the buzzer went off soon afterwards. Now, unless my client was able to hit the buzzer while he was unconscious, it can only mean that there was another person in that room. That's right. Whoever it was, they knocked out Ron Delight and then pressed the buzzer.
Order in this court, Mr. Wright. This is...
Objection!
This is preposterous! It was this kid. Ron Delight is the one who killed King Ballard.
Then who pressed the buzzer?
It was... the victim, of course. He pressed the buzzer when the defendant attacked him. He didn't die right away. He must have held long enough to push that button.
Ah!
So Cain Ballard sounded the buzzer himself. What is your opinion on this, Mr. Wright?
To prove that the real criminal was there at the scene. But how? Can I prove it wasn't Cain Ballard who sounded the buzzer? Hell yeah, brother!
Hell yeah.
I'm... Damn, okay.
The defense's opinion is this, Your Honor. This piece of evidence proves that it wasn't the victim who sounded the buzzer. There's no dang fingerprints on it. I believe this is the piece of incontrovertible evidence you were looking for.
The emergency buzzer? Is there some kind of clue on it?
Absolutely not.
Oh,
Hey, come on now. At least give some thought to what you say before opening your mouth.
The fact that there are absolutely no clues is itself the clue.
now I'm the one who's clueless.
This button has no fingerprints on it. If Mr. Bullard had really pressed it himself, naturally he would have left his fingerprints behind.
Objection.
Ron Delight. Obviously wiped them off.
Why would he? A guard could have come in at any moment.
He touched that button. I know he did.
The defendant, Mr. Delight, was dressed as Mask to Mask. And Mask to Mask always wears gloves. What reason could he have possibly have had to wipe the button free of fingerprints?
Ooh.
Order! Order! Order!
Things are going on the heavy right now. It would seem. Isn't that like his 20th cup?
I think this is number 9.
That's crazy. I've been forced to eat crow. What?
I wonder what blend number crow flavored coffee is.
However, if the real killer was there at the scene, why would that person press the emergency buzzer? Shouldn't they have run away without putting themselves in extra danger? What's with this awkward silence all of a sudden?
Huh. It looks like you're fresh out of parlor tricks?
Yeah.
Okay. I was about to
They're
say-
on to you, Nick.
Just give me a minute to collect my thoughts.
I was about to say Pelor or something.
The real
Lord,
culprit.
Hello.
The real culprit killed Mr. Bullard at around 1 a.m. Oh, that's Maya speaking. Oh.
And Mr. Delight just happened to waltz in when the murder was taking place, right?
The killer clobbered Mr. Delight and then sounded the buzzer.
Even though security was supposed to respond right away if the buzzer was pressed.
Security was supposed to respond.
Time's up, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you have to say.
Very well then.
I had to drink some water, my bad. Oh no. Oh, you've got some guts. I like that in an opponent.
Why did the real killer sound the emergency buzzer?
Killer knew that if they pressed that button, a guard would come running. And that was exactly what they wanted.
Do you mean to say the killer called the guard on purpose?
Yes, although as it turned out, he never showed up.
Because he was getting his clock cleaned at the time.
What a touching story. You're saying the killer had a chance of heart and called the guard to turn himself in?
No, I'm not. When that buzzer sounded, there were 3 people in that office. The victim, Kane Bullard, who was already dead. The defendant, Ron Delight, who was out cold. And the third person, the real killer.
Hypothetically, yes.
Now then, in this situation, if the real killer made an escape, what would happen? The only ones left in the room would be the victim and Ron Delight. And if any security guards came running in at that time, they would think that I was the murderer. Yes, that was precisely the real killer's objective. To frame Ron Delight for the murder.
Order, order, order.
Ah, it would seem. I've been made to eat my words once again.
Actually, you've been made to do a spit take with a cup of coffee.
Mr. Wright? Who was it? Who was it that tried to frame me? Wait. Wait a second. I'm the one and only Mask to Masks.
Nick, you mean the real killer is...
I had to yawn again. We're gonna drag that person in here right now.
But who is it?
I don't have any solid proof yet, but think about it. The killer knew Mr. Delight's identity, and they also knew that he had been called to KV security that night. So the killer used him to execute a well-crafted plan to murder Kane Bullard.
Now then, let's hear your accusation, Mr. Rain. Who was it that framed Mr. Ron Delight for the murder of Kane Bullard?
This one, I don't really understand, and I can, see what the answer is. I don't know how you could come to this conclusion other than the fact that there's only one person you can pick that is, involved. Or there's only one other person that's involved in this case, and which is the answer, but I don't know how you would come to this conclusion organically.
Yeah.
It's kind of whack. Detective Luke Atney. He's the only one who could have done it. Luke Atney.
You mean Mask to Mask did it?
Your Honor, the person being tried in the court next to us is not Mask to Mask at all. He is, in actuality, the true murderer of Kane Bullard.
Order, order, Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Theft and murder. Which is the more serious crime?
They're not even close. Murder is the more serious crime, of course. It's a capital crime subject to a capital punishment.
Please remember the trial from yesterday, if you would. When Luke Atney confessed, there was a huge commotion in the courtroom.
Of course, a famous detective was unmasked, as well as masked to mask.
Instead of being convicted of murder, he was found guilty of grand larceny. That was his true objective all along.
To be found guilty?
Mask to Mask had the perfect alibi for when the murder took place. He was stealing the urn at Lordly Taylor. In other words, being found guilty as Mask to Mask was Luke Atney's airtight, watertight, and unassailable alibi.
A guilty verdict. As an alibi?
You know, it's almost time
For what?
for Luke Atney's verdict. It was a pretty simple trial, after all. If we're going to stop this trial, to stall that one, we need to do it now. Of course, that's assuming you have proof that the detective was the one who committed the murder.
Mr. Luke Atney's trial has indeed attracted the attention of the entire country. If we were to intrude and fail to provide adequate proof of his true crime, Mr. Delight would be left with no grounds for appeal.
Are you really sure about this?
Huh. I bet. Yeah, a bet's only good when your life's beyond.
Ante. It's a gambling term. Like
I
when
don't
you
gamble.
What?
when you whatever you're offering to gamble is called your ante, I believe. Mr. Wright, I believe in you. Mr. Delight. So please, I'm begging you. Thanks, but my decision will determine the rest of your life. Can I really risk your life like this?
Phoenix.
What was that?
Don't stray, Phoenix. For your client, take the path of trust.
That voice. It sounds like Mia! Your Honor, the defense requests an immediate recess.
Huh. So that's your answer, huh?
Very well, I've decided as well. This court will now take a 20-minute recess. Mr. Wright, when we return, please summon Mr. Look at Me to the stand.
Yes, Your Honor.
I want to meet the other judges.
Yeah, right?
I mean, throughout the series, maybe we will.
Ooh.
New
Their-
judge.
Their names are all the judge.
Oh.
First name the
Last name
judge.
Oh,
Oh, this is the other courtroom. Hee. Well, Sir Detective at me. I think I give both of them the same voice.
Yeah, it's the same voice, yeah.
that's okay.
I have to say, Mr. Payne, you performed splendidly. Oh no, Sir Detective at me. You were the one who... Oh,
Whoa!
other
Whoa.
judge.
That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong this trial. This court finds the defendant Look at Me.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Whoa.
wait. Don't hand down your verdict yet. Well, Sir Lawyer. Welcome to my courtroom.
Who's this? Who's this? Who's her?
Oh, I
Hey.
think he's Canadian.
Oh, who's this?
what?
Who's her? Hey? I don't know how to do Canadian.
No, that was perfect.
Oh, good, okay.
His open eye sprite looks like a fish. Like,
It really
Bloop,
does.
bloop,
like
bloop.
it's kind of freaky.
Wait, can I voice Phoenix again? Or
Yeah.
should it be like an encounter. My name is Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. And I wish to file an accusation against this man. Look at me.
Accusation? You accuse Mask to Mask?
That man is not mask to mask. He's just a ruthless murderer.
What? What?
Look at the sweat dripping off his nose.
Damn.
Like an icicle.
Oh, to be continued. Damn.
Oh.
Ooh.
No, I want it now.
Alright, well let's we've only been here for about an hour. Do we need a break or
I mean, I'm okay right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm good
Does
right
anyone know how to make this red line that's appeared next to me? go away though.
No.
I'm not looking at the
In
character.
in Warudo, when a guide pops up, how make guide go away?
It's not showing up on stream. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh,
say it probably is okay.
okay.
Hold up. Let me.
I think it depends on what you're clicking on. So you probably just you've got the spine guide on.
How? Oh,
I think, right? If you move, does it wiggle? If you go back and forth, does it wiggle?
no.
Huh. Mm,
Oh
yeah, I
wait.
don't
Oh,
know.
there it is. Oh, I see it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really showing. It's just barely
Oh, I
showing
see.
on stream.
Oh, okay. I turned off finger movements, so my fingers wouldn't do weird stuff, and that popped up when I did it, and I was like,
Huh.
oh, okay.
I
Huh.
remember messing with those settings at one point, but I don't remember where they are.
Okay.
Probably fine.
Hold on, what if I like... What if I like reload the scene?
I don't have to be the Canadian judge, by the way, guys. If anyone wants to take the Canadian judge,
No,
I'll see, but-
that was great.
but I do love a
wanna see
Canadian
more.
accent. It's fun.
Canadian
wanna-
judge is not gonna show up until a little
Okay.
bit later.
Okay.
He does
wanna
show up
see
again
more.
though. I think he's like the judge's little brother or something.
Oh my god, are
They
they
do
all
look
related?
kind of similar, yeah.
Is it like, are we going by like Nurse Joy and Pokemon rules where like they're all related?
I think so because there's a
That's
judge
amazing.
that shows up in Spirit of Justice that I think mentions he is related to the
Oh my goodness.
gosh. I'm just so
to
used
the
to
Japanifornian judge.
yeah,
Japanifornian.
just so used to our judge.
I know it's weird
Funny
seeing
seeing
the
some
other
yeah.
judge.
It's weird. Wait, how would okay, that's fine. It's like how is he Canadian and why doesn't it's fine. Our judge isn't Canadian.
Yeah.
It's a regional thing, I guess.
Yeah.
They have an
Yeah.
accent.
All right, let me grab something. I'll be right back.
Okay.
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 I fixed the red line.
To ask my Canadian friends for advice on how to do Canadian accent. No, that's southern. I just know they say A, and they say. What's my one Canadian
Can I
friend
lean in
do?
further? What's like the closest I can move in? Can I like lean?
Real Canadians do say A. They say A at the end of their sentences sometimes. Lean.
I keep leaning. I'm like testing my lean.
I know, I'm doing it too because I wanted to do it with you.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Whoa!
Me and Naka we're swimming right now.
Okay, well, I hit another button and I rotated. Come on now.
It's okay. You can just be at side angle.
How do I...
I think it's just like maybe control.
Why is that
and
moving
click.
me now? Control?
I don't know. I'm lying.
Okay.
It's I don't know how to
Alt,
help you.
Shift? Oh. Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Oh my god. Naka, try not to have Warudo issues during stream challenge.
Did you figure out how to get rid of that line?
I just refreshed the scene.
Oh, okay. Cool. That works.
All right, let's keep going.
Okay.
Okay.
I have the hiccup.
My sis?
I could have sworn I heard Mia's voice.
So then, she's still alive inside your heart.
Oh, Nicky boy.
Ah! Oh, Miss Delight.
Is it true that the detective is the real killer?
To be honest, we don't have any definite proof. But he's the only one who could have done it.
But wasn't he at Lordy Taylor that night?
Not to mention, we don't exactly know his motive. I mean, why would Detective Atme want to kill Kane Bullard?
Oops. Oops! It's almost time. Better get back to the courtroom.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I need to find some solid proof. And it's gotta happen sooner than later.
That was a quick recess.
Yeah, for real.
Now then, this court is back in session. Mr. Luke Atme, please take the stand.
Well, well, how do you do, sir, lawyer? I never would have thought to see you acting so recklessly. I couldn't let them hand down your verdict just yet. Not when it would have given you your perfect alibi. An alibi by the name of Mask to Mask. I'm sorry, I'm afraid even the great Luke Atme has no idea what you mean. Of course, I've been in the next courtroom ever since 10 o'clock this morning. I'm afraid there's no way I could know what's been going on in here.
You've been in the defendant's seat all day long, correct? Being tried as Mask to Mask.
Indeed, it's truly child's play to fool the ignorant masses. Not only did the poor fools ask me to protect their valuables, they even gave me a generous reward upon returning their own property to them. Take this red diamond ring that sparkles upon my divine finger, for example.
So, you continue to insist that you are in fact Mask to Mask?
Sorry, I just ate a piece of my leftover that was absolutely nasty. Oh my god.
Oh, no.
Yeah, throw this out.
Ugh.
Oh my god.
What are you eating?
I went to go get sushi today,
Mm.
and I put my like leftover like seaweed salad in the same container as like my sushi rolls. And I guess seaweed salad goes bad within hours. So
Oh god. Yeah.
I ate a piece of the seaweed salad and it was absolutely disgusting.
That's unfortunate.
Ugh.
Oh no.
Of course.
Very well then, look at me. Let us begin with a simple question. On October 12th at 1 a.m., Kane Bullard murdered. Where were you at that time?
One without knowledge lacks even the knowledge that he should be ashamed of himself. But don't worry, I will not hold it against you, sure judge.
Thing? I guess.
Alright, Mr. Atme, the night of the murder, speak! We're all ears.
As you wish, Sir Prosecutor. I was stealing the urn as mask to mask, just as I announced I would. I had more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job. A photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness. The time at which the camera captured Mask to Mask was the same time as the murder.
It seems the main point of discussion will be this photo of the crime scene.
Everything else up until now is all part of his plan. There has to be a secret to this picture as well. Even the great Mask to Mask cannot be in two places at once. Now then, if you'll excuse me, I have a verdict to receive. Unfortunately, Mr. Atme, we still have to do your cross-examination. A fool is too foolish to know that he is a fool.
I think he's trying to say that you're full of it, Nick.
Only thing that's full of it is his alibi.
Hmm.
I believe Adrian Andrews hired you at one point. That's right. That was over 20 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. You sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor 10 days before the heist. That would mean you sent out the card after you began your security watch, right? Indeed, there was no reason why I couldn't do both jobs at once. It's the perfect opportunity to steal my latest target.
I see. You truly are evil, aren't you?
Yes, evil is what I am.
Hey, Nick, isn't there something odd about this?
Hmm?
Detective Atme was always proud of his ace detective skills, right? But if the urn was stolen from Lordly Taylor while he was the only one watching it, he'd have no way to maintain his perfect ace detective persona.
Persona?
You know, that's true. It is kind of odd. Mm. About the camera that took this photograph. Oh, come now. It's all too clear what you're thinking. Huh? You think I altered the timestamp on the photograph, don't you?
I'm afraid that's impossible. The camera was set up by Lordy Taylor, and on top of that, it was Lordy Taylor's staff that printed that picture data. Unfortunately for the defense, there's no way that picture could have been altered.
I see.
Looks like I'd better find something else that could be suspicious.
So, this alibi is false?
It has to be, or he couldn't have killed Mr. Bullard at KB Security.
But I'm not really spotting anything unusual.
There are two possibilities. Either the masked mask in the photo is a fake, or the photo itself is. So by photograph, you mean this piece of evidence here. Is that correct? Indeed it is. That is it. The very thing that proves I committed the crime. The very thing that proves you committed the crime.
Surely even you understand by now.
Lordly Taylor provided that camera. There's no way I could have tampered with it. That means I could not have killed Kane Bullard unless I had an accomplice. Come on, think long and hard about that night. The basement warehouse and this picture that supposedly captures it. It's gotta be here. Isn't there something funny about this picture? You bet there is. Are you implying that this picture is a fake? You bet I am. There's definitely something strange about this picture. We took a look around the basement warehouse that night before the theft took place. There's something in this photo that doesn't match my memory of that night.
Very well. Then let's hear what you have to say. What about this photograph do you find funny? Oh, the mayonnaise on the sidewalk.
the big white puddle.
The mayonnaise.
The funny part is right here.
Why, this is a blood stain.
Blood?
So close.
Blood! Now this case is getting interesting. Judge Vampire? Hmm?
Oh, huh?
Not exactly. The stain is actually pink paint.
Oh, just paint. And peach colored at that.
From blood to peaches. Judge sure loves going on his wild tangents. Problem with this photograph is not the paint. The problem is the problem. I just realized I said probable. Hello there, welcome in. The problem is, when you consider the layout of the basement warehouse, it turns out that something that should be there is now nowhere to be seen. We sweating.
Well, Mr. Wright, what is supposed to be in this picture instead of the paint stains? Oh, take that!
Supervisor of the treasure exhibit stated the following. Oh, my DS is glitching out a little bit. Oh no.
Oh.
I'll be back. I gotta go use the restroom real quick.
Okay.
Again.
I
Cockadoo.
grab some of my candies in the meantime.
Ooh, candy.
I keep yawning now. I'm not tired.
Chat, get some ASMR while I open my Haribo gummy cola
ASMR.
Ooh.
treat size.
This is good. Can you guys hear me? Crunching.
Cannot?
Not really.
Damn. I never turned the suppression off of this thing. But
Do you have the crisp noise suppression on?
I think so.
That one's pretty easy to turn off. It's just the little button next to the hang up button.
Oh,
Could try that.
you're right. Maybe this one. I muted for a second. I accidentally hear.
Ooh.
Oh!
Yeah. There it is.
Testing.
ASMR.
I'm testing
I'm
a
back.
toggle. Oh,
I hit my knee.
Ooh. Nice.
Y'all can hear me eat every single bite now.
How do I
I
turn-
usually mute. These are
I
so
can't turn-
crispy.
I can't turn the toggle off. Oh!
After
Turned off.
pointing.
Run. Big crunch.
A raunch.
That's a big crunch.
I can object now.
Ooh.
Objection!
Objection.
Thank you for subscribing to our channel.
Oh, thank you. Oh.
Aw. I appreciate it.
Wait, does this toggle work? Oh yeah.
Nice.
That's pretty cute.
Testing toggles. I don't know how to turn them off though. Oh, they just gonna go by themselves.
It'd be cool if I had like a toggle where I'm like holding a DS for this series.
Oh.
That would be cute. And if there's DSS it.
Mm. I myself was there the night the theft took place and saw the statue in that spot. If this picture was truly taken on that night, then that statue should have been there.
Objection!
Objection!
Objection! But when I went there, the day after the theft,
Mm-hmm.
that statue of the old bag was sitting in that corner.
Old bag.
Huh?
Old bag's in the corner.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
Old bag.
Perhaps it somehow was pushed there accidentally, or...
Your Honor, this statue is slightly larger than yourself and quite heavy. It would take more than just an accidental push to move it that distance.
Ah, in that case, can you prove it? Can you give us the rhyme and reason as to why the statue was moved that night?
Can you do it, Nick?
Oh my goodness, wait, my gummies are amalgamated, hold on.
Amalgamated?
Yeah. Wait.
Amalgamated.
They're all,
Amalgamated gummies.
Construed.
they're all melted together.
Mega gummy.
Uh-oh.
It's a mega gummy.
Let me,
The Lord of all gummies.
let me take a picture.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I want to see it. I just realized that I could show you guys my whistle now. I can do my... Wait up, one sec.
Oh yeah, your
Oh, your
dragon,
dragon
whistle.
whistle.
The riveting continuation of Snapple's dragon whistle.
Oh my
It was across the
God.
room. I had to run and go get it. Hold on. Let me turn my suppression off really quick again.
What
Okay.
the hell?
Wait.
Oh.
Oh!
It's kind of hard. It's like a flute.
Ooh, I heard a flute.
Oh my god.
There you go.
Mega gummy.
Oh my god.
I'm so happy. Thank you for letting me. I didn't realize I could just toggle it right there. Play you the song of my people.
Beautiful. I sent a picture of my
Toots.
gummy.
Oh, I want to see.
It took me a second to realize
Gum.
what I was looking at, and then I realized that mass
Oh
in
God.
the middle of the bag was the like.
That's the gummy. Oh, put it on
Oh my
screen.
god!
Mm.
The Lord of
Gum.
all gummies.
Gum.
I wish you could copy and paste pictures into OBS.
Ugh, that would be so useful.
You
I'll
can't you?
I don't think so. Let's take a screenshot.
I know that you can. I know that you can click and drag.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm testing another toggle.
Oh, it's a little wave.
Here's my gummy.
Oh, this guy cute.
There's my
Where'd you?
my mega gummy.
It's very. Yeah, you weren't lying. It's just one. It has become gum. Gum.
All hail cola gum.
Mm-hmm.
the giga gummy.
Giga gummy.
Hmm.
Damn.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Last season, I guess we had the bald phoenix picture on screen.
Oh,
yeah!
true.
I forgot about that. Do I still have that somewhere?
I miss Bald Phoenix.
Let me see if I can put it back on screen.
Are there any other bald pictures?
No, just that one. I can
Damn.
probably make more though. Let me see if I still have bald phoenix. Probably in my screenshots somewhere. It's
I
so
just
wild looking through my screenshots because I have stuff from like May of last year. Like crazy.
This doesn't seem right.
Do you guys remember a couple Ace Attorney attorneys ago? like our first one, like how my character would like I would like drift over to the side
Yeah.
significantly. I was
I
just
just-
thinking about that.
I just, for some reason, my tracking today is like making me jump like randomly, just like teleport to the side of my screen. I don't know why it's doing that.
Sometimes you have to go back into like the eye facial mocap receiver and hit calibrate.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's helpful.
I have to
Yeah,
do
I
that,
do
otherwise
this.
like my hands when I do toggles don't go in my hands. Like it doesn't know where my head is. Oh my god, Snaffle. The bald, bald. I almost called him Wentworth. What the hell's his name?
Edgeworth.
Edgeworth.
Hold on, I'm having
Wentworth.
trouble finding Bald Phoenix. Oh my god, where is he?
Oh my god.
Oh, this is such a tiny picture. Why is it like this?
Oh, I found him. I found Bald Phoenix.
Let's go.
Gotta have Bald Phoenix on screen. I'll put him on this side. He's just there. He's just hanging out.
He keeps us company.
Oh, you know what I could do? Wait. How about we do this? Here we go.
I don't see it yet.
Oh.
Perfect.
Realizing that the game isn't centered on screen?
The right Phoenix is Phoenix right, if you would. Is it looks like it's like a little far away from the margin.
This is great.
Okay, that'll do for now. Okay,
Perfect.
let's keep going. Oh my god. Oh,
Is Outer back?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, hi. Okay.
oh, the bald Mia.
I just googled
The bald
and
Mia looks
face
pretty
it.
good. Bald Edgeworth, his head's not big
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah, true.
That's also like older Edgeworth.
Oh, is it really?
That's
I
Dual
was
Destinies Edgeworth.
Something about it looked different. But that makes sense.
Aged
Dude.
Edgeworth.
Edgeworth, if Edgeworth got a buzz cut, that'd be crazy.
That'd be crazy.
The bald. I made this bald edit, if I remember
Oh.
correctly.
Hell yeah. That's funny. I love
Oh,
Bold Phoenix.
Bald Edgeworth, it was kind of hard.
I've been munching on my Giga Gummy.
Your
Just-
Giga Gummy.
Just taking bites out of it.
Mm.
I still haven't gotten myself any candy or Skittles or anything.
Oh.
I think tomorrow is like a good job. You survived your first day at new job. I'm gonna get myself a pack of Skittles.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Never mind who moved it. The real question is, why did they move it?
Well, Mr. Wright, I hope you are prepared with your answer. Now then, who was the one that moved the golden statue on the night of the crime?
The one who moved the statue was none other than Luke Adme. Come now, Sir Lawyer. There you go again on one of your strange delusions.
Mr. Wright, what basis do you have for your strange delusions?
It's very simple. The witness was the only one in the basement warehouse that night. That is indeed very simple. However, why would I want to move a heavy golden statue? The reason for moving the golden statue. Here's where our battle really begins.
Well, Mr. Wright, what reason did the witness have to move that statue?
Reason can be found here in this photograph. Luke Atney, you pretended to be Mask to Mask. to create an alibi by showing that you were at Lordly Taylor that night. But this photograph contains a single fatal flaw. If the statue had been there, your lie would be exposed like a cheap film at a drugstore. That is why you had to move the statue.
A single fatal flaw?
Interesting theory. Please enlighten us.
Naturally, the lie in this photo is the timestamp.
Oh, what do you mean?
I'll tell you exactly what I mean. On the night in question, Luke Atme went to KB Security and murdered Kane Bullard. Therefore, it's obvious. It would have been impossible for him to be at the Lordly Taylor at this time.
No.
But what does this have to do with the statue being moved?
Remember, if you will, Your Honor. When was the statue placed besides the warehouse door?
The statue was taken down to the warehouse on the day of the crime. And it was placed there in order to cover up the paint.
Exactly. Luke Atme had already decided on the time when he was going to kill the victim. And so, in order to create an alibi for that time, he took this picture days before the murder took place.
What the?
Of course, the statue hadn't yet been brought down to the basement warehouse yet.
Ah.
So, on the day of the crime, Mr. Atme must have been quite nervous. As nervous as a long-tailed cat in a rocking chair factory, so to speak.
Alright.
Okay, Phoenix, okay. Why? Because
He's like, if I say stuff, I'll be cool like this other guy.
Because that wasn't supposed to be there. It had been brought down and placed where it wasn't supposed to be. And that is why Luke Atme had to move the statue on the night of the murder. He did it to make the room match the way it had been in this photo.
Order, Mr. Atme, is this true?
One moment, Your Honor. Have you forgotten this?
What's that?
The data for the basement warehouse computer. According to this, the camera did indeed go off the night of the crime. It's true that the camera had been set up by the Lordly Taylor staff. However, the program used to manage that data was yours. That alone would have allowed you to tamper with the data. Ugh. Oh!
Order, Mr. Godot! What is the meaning of this? Godot! I warned you about making me wait! Now put that coffee down!
Always on that damn coffee.
For real. My 11th cup.
So I was probably right with that 9th cup.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
I've promised to drink no more than 17 during a trial. Which means I'm still good till the last drop.
However, the defense has a very good point.
A good point? So what? We are all but travelers on the road to infinite points.
I think he got his points mixed up with his other points.
So, you say this photograph was taken ahead of time? And that the statue was moved in order to make its match. That's a very interesting idea. However, there's one point that can't be denied.
Which is...
that it's only a possibility. Men that are trapped by the chains of maybe can never reach their dreams.
That's very true.
No way. Don't fall for that, Your Honor.
Hey, Mr. Damask,
Yes?
if there's no funny business in your actions as Master Damask, there should be no problem with you telling us your strategy. So let's hear it.
Yes, please provide this court with your testimony about your plan to steal the sacred urn.
I first received the request from Lordly Taylor about 20 days ago. The urn was placed in a box and zvuddy! It was then sent to the warehouse. Hence, I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime. I knew it was an extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my card 10 days beforehand. Then I handled security by myself to ensure that my crime would go smoothly. At last, I held the urn in my hands for the first time at 1 a.m. on October 12th.
That's pretty much all the stuff we've heard before, isn't it?
Yeah, but we'll find the truth hidden in the nuggets of new information he gave.
Witness, you're sure there's no mistake this time?
Zvuddy.
Very well then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Ooh.
Objection!
Mr. Atme, if you really are Mask to Mask, you also wrote this calling card, correct? But of course.
Is there a problem with the calling card?
Allow me to read a passage from the calling card that Mask to Mask had written. Take good care of the speckled urn. Now, the speckled here surely refers to this pink pattern on the sacred urn.
Yes, that is true, but so what?
Truth be told, there's no way Master Mask could have known about the pattern.
What do you mean?
Oh shit, my bad. I just noticed what I did.
I thought you were reading my line because I was yawning.
My instinct kicked in, I'm sorry. It worked out, thankfully.
This pink spotted pattern on the urn is nothing more than paint stains.
Pain stains.
These stains did not appear until after the urn had been taken to the Lordly Taylor.
I'm not finding this joke very funny, Mr. Trite.
The day that the sacred urn was taken to the warehouse. The urn was broken due to human error, or should I say an error-prone human. And that's when the pink paint got on the urn.
Ugh, you can't be serious.
And yet this calling card clearly mentions the paint pattern. Which means Detective Atme had seen this urn long before the crime ever took place. In fact, he saw it when this fake photo was taken. And because this photo is a fake, your alibi for the night of the murder no longer holds water.
Witness, do you have anything to say for yourself?
Grr. Mm, mm. Alright, that did it. He's broken.
Nick? I think it's still a little early for a victory pose.
Huh?
Huh. It's so sad. No one has any conviction these days.
Conviction, you say?
Yesterday, we all decided to
Unanimously.
unanimously. I know how to read. Oh yeah, that this man was mask to mask. I can't fucking. I give up.
It means all as one.
And now we're calling him a murderer. You don't think we're being a tad fickle?
That's a good point.
No, it's not, Your Honor.
There was no
But
point
he's-
made.
But he's so handsome and he's drinking coffee. And... Well,
No
actually,
way.
he's kind of mad at him.
Don't fall for that too, Your Honor.
You say that Luke Atme was the one who killed Cain Ballard? Then let me ask you this. Why would he do that?
An excellent point. Motive, Mr. Wright, motive. Light you my merry murderous motive manifest.
Nick, he's getting his second wind.
If he prepared an alibi and pinned his crime on Ron Delight, as you say, he must have had a very strong motive for murder.
The only one who, with any motive, even seen is Ron Delight. Isn't that right, Detective?
Indeed, according to my own research, the boy's motive is clear.
Without a motive, it is nearly impossible to prove guilt in a murder case. Now then, maybe you can enlighten us to what the defendant's motives were.
Oh my god, I gotta stop yawning. I'd be honored to, Sir Old Timer. They're doing everything they can to make Ron look suspicious. Despite our lack of hard information, this may be our only chance.
It's getting hot. Hold on. We're good.
We're good.
I, Luke Atme, had no points of contact with the victim whatsoever. Cain Bullard decided to investigate mask to mask and simply mistook who he was. It was Mr. Bullard who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Ron Delight. And it was again Mr. Bullard who harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal. Mr. Bullard's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he is mask to mask. That is why Mr. Delight saw it fit to kill Cain Bullard. Truly a tragedy.
So the victim, Cain Bullard, blackmailed the defendant?
This is the blackmail letter found in the defendant's apartment. A handwriting test confirms that Mr. Bullard was indeed the one who wrote the letter.
What?
Ooh.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Begin your cross-examination.
I wish I had a cup of coffee.
I think
This
I might
trial's
go
making me crave it, and also I'm getting eepy.
We'll go get some gamer subs in a bit. Gamer subs, please sponsor us. Please sponsor us.
Mind if I ask you a few questions, Detective Atme? Well, if it's just a few, I guess it's alright. When you said that this letter was addressed to Ron Delight, I couldn't help but notice one major contradiction. Contradiction?
I don't know what your walking contradiction like you gets off saying things like that.
You're one to talk.
At times like these, men are made to express themselves with their fist. Why don't you show us what you've got there, Junior?
Indeed. Time to man up, Mr. Wright.
What the fuck?
Fist fight right now in this courtroom.
Fight right now! Put your hands up right now, come on.
Phoenix would get destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shows the contradicting evidence in a condemned blackmail letter. You see?
Take a good look at this newspaper clipping.
The way you said it. The way you made it seem like you were trying to do a Ron Swanson voice impression.
Damn.
Take a good look at this newspaper clipping. That shit caught me.
It looks like an ad.
Yeah. Why is it so colorful?
I think
Why is
Stolen?
newspaper that colorful?
I think
The
it's meant
gem
to
and
be
the
like
thief.
like a tabloid.
Like cool
Only
math games type.
$19.99 plus shipping and handling. And if you order now, you will get a free second gem. You have to whatever, okay.
It feels like
Hey,
one of
shipping
those,
and
yeah.
handling.
Yeah, just pay shipping and handling.
Like, what the
Like
hell
cool.
is handling?
Mm.
It's when it's handled.
I
It's
don't-
like, you have to
that is
pay
true.
us to have a factory do everything.
Mhm.
What is handling?
Like,
Yeah.
there's no
it's not-
handling involved. It contains a picture of the tear of Emanon, the stolen jewel.
What about it?
The problem is this jewel's color.
Color? It's not much for discussing color myself. I'm not. Me.
According to the clipping, the color of the stolen jewel is blue. However, in the blackmail letter, a totally different jewel is mentioned. I'll take that red diamond you received the other day.
Oh, red?
Is that what's on my neck?
Calm
Why
down.
did that trigger him?
Calm down, your honor.
Red? Red? You said the color red. Red. It's like we've said so many colors, but red seemed to just take this man for some reason.
Which means the red diamond described in the blackmail letter is not the tear of Emanon that Mask to Mask stole at all.
Objection!
Objection! I'm gonna try to do it in like that tone. And your point is, Mr. Tried. So you are trying to say that this blackmail letter was intended for someone else?
I'm skipping your dialogue if you keep talking like that.
Control Z!
That it was it's trying to say it right? Please don't skip my dialogue.
That is what you're trying to say, right, Mr. Wright?
Well, that is what you're trying to say, right, Nick?
Yes. This is who Kane Buller is actually blackmailing.
Oh
Objection!
my god.
Naturally, it was you, Detective Atme.
Wait, I want to use my point. Oh, that's the wrong. Carry on.
Do you have some sort of basis for that claim? You've been personally involved in every single mask-to-mask case. And in the last case, you recovered what was stolen. And received a jewel as your reward.
A jewel?
Probably the one wrapped conspicuously around your finger. That red diamond ring.
Oh.
That is the diamond referred to in the letter. Which means that Kane Bullard wrote that letter in order to blackmail you.
Hey, wait a minute. Not to like, but isn't like a red diamond like not? Wouldn't it be a ruby?
I guess so. I don't know.
Like,
Order in the corner.
It seems you've gotten too far with your childish pranks, Mr. Trite.
Uh-oh. I don't like the way he said that.
Kane Bullard blackmailing Luke Atme? Are you for real?
On God, for real, for real?
Are you for real, dude?
Are you on God, for real, on God?
Mr. Phoenix Stride, are you for real, on God, low key, 100%?
Yes, I am.
Nick, come on, stand up to him.
Cringe. Then answer me this. The blackmailing letter contains the following passage. If you don't want your identity revealed to the world.
Yes, it certainly does.
Thank you, Judge. For that input. Thank you. King Bullard threatened to make Luke Atme's identity public knowledge. An identity he wanted to keep a secret. So just what was that identity?
Atme killed Kane Bullard because he was afraid of a secret becoming known. What was the identity that he wanted to keep secret?
This is what it all comes down to, Nick.
The identity that Luke Atme wanted to so desperately keep secret was his identity as...
A blackmailer.
A blackmailer.
Luke Atme was a blackmailer.
Objection.
Hey now, isn't that a little different from what you've been saying? You said that Kane Bullard was the one blackmailing Luke Atme. Are you saying that Atme was blackmailing someone else on top of that?
You have to admit, that does sound a little odd.
Oh yeah.
Maya, back me up.
Yeah, what the hell?
oh, but he's so handsome and he's drinking coffee.
It's fucking coffee. That's it.
It's not odd. It's the only thing that makes any sense. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Atme. But Ron Delight was also being blackmailed by a certain someone.
No!
My God. I received plans from a very kind person.
Detailed plans? In which case, that would mean that Ron Delight was actually Mask to Mask.
That is what we are claiming. Someone else came up with the plans and had Mr. Delight steal his targets for him. And that someone was none other than Luke Atme. Shh! Silence!
Oh my god.
He. Now I see. It's all becoming clear. What is? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Careless with the tendency to jump to conclusions. Am I wrong? How did you...
oh my God, Phoenix.
You say that I, Luke Atme, was blackmailing Ron Delight. In which case, I would naturally know all about his relation to Mask to Mask. Well, yes. Ron Delight started receiving plans from the second crime onward, correct? Which means I learned of his identity when he committed that first crime.
Good point. You certainly couldn't have blackmailed him otherwise.
In that case, let's see some hot, bitter evidence. What the fuck?
Let's see some hot evidence.
Just gets really close to Phoenix and be like, hey, let's see some Better evidence.
Huh?
It's like, what the fuck, dude? Get away! No, I just want to see your hot, bitter evidence.
Oh my god. I think I see it. um. See what? When you were in grade school, received the same report card every year. Gets into lots of mischief, trying to be the center of attention.
Get him, Phoenix.
Hey. What do you mean? This newspaper clipping. There's a picture of you and Ron Delight in his guard uniform. Seems that mask to mask didn't just disappear into thin air. He just took off his outfit and hid it in a bucket.
Oh, that sounds far too stupid to be true. Not gonna lie, for real. That sounds dumb.
Not gonna lie, for real.
Stupid.
It's so funny. He's just stuffing chips in his mouth. Oh no, too stupid.
Yeah,
If I was the
dude,
judge,
that
I'd also be stuffing chips in my mouth
dude,
during all
the side
this.
Excuse me,
profile-
I was eating a cinnamon twist. My bad.
Side profile, dude, of Luke at me. God damn, that jawline.
just
Yo,
Just
bro, hit up. Bro, hit up.
imagining, like, the-
Bye bye.
there's like there's like an intense battle going on, like, and then like just like silently the bailiff like like brings him Taco Bell, and then they're just like.
It's like it's a very intense and silent moment, and
Yeah, one of
the
them's
judge
just
is like,
like, Your Honor, what's your opinion on this? And then he's just like,
Hold on. my cheesy quesadilla fell onto my shirt a little bit.
Bailiff, was there any fire sauce in that?
He's like, if the prosecutor can have coffee, I can have my Taco Bell.
Yeah, he's
bailiff, they forgot my Baja Blast. What is this?
I want
They're
the
guilty.
death penalty immediately.
Court has adjourned due to my Baja Blast not being here.
Correct. With tricks like that, he couldn't fool a baby, let alone an ace detective. That's when you figured it out, Mr. Atme. That's when you learned that under his mask, mask to mask, was really Ron Delight.
What was not only that, it looks like he wasn't even his detective. I can't believe it. He was just a slimy blackmailer. What a fraud. This guy's a phony.
His nose is big and stupid.
No, but damn.
Hey yo, I think I just saw his nose get longer.
This shit looks like an icicle.
Why you? How dare you expose me like that? Why, I mean, I've never blackmailed anyone in my life. I'm famous and proud ace detective, and also mask to mask. Why can't you understand that? I'm afraid you are neither a proud thief nor an ace detective. You're a blackmailer and a murderer. That is your true identity. Why you? How dare you even?
Oh my god. Oh?
Oh,
I like to think that when he goes
Okay.
crazy, he turns into like Dr. Doofenshmirtz, like Tone.
It would seem we finally arrived at the real answer.
That was quite a performance by Mr. Atme.
Bailiff, please prepare a cell for Mr. Atme.
Objection.
Oh?
Objection! The hammer that strikes too fast has no time to aim.
What
Sorry,
do
I
you
was
mean?
laughing at your tone of voice changing significantly as soon as the music started.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I'm already prepared to deliver my ruling.
He just has like a fucking saxophone dude in the back of him.
Yeah,
He came with like accompaniment and
the
like
guy
people
making
to
the
brew his
coffee just like real quick picks up his saxophone.
He's got like a team behind him. They got like a dishwasher to wash all the cups.
Oh god. Allow me to say one thing. I will be the one to judge. Bless you. I mean, perish.
You don't get much more in your face than that.
It appears that your claws weren't quite sharp enough, Mr. Trite.
What do you...
It's true that you've proven a lot of things. I feel like he puts fucking like chapstick on his lips while talking very seductively. He's like, listen here, Mr. Wright, and put the chapstick. Things like Luke Atme was a filthy blackmailer.
It's coffee flavored chapstick.
He just rubs a
feel
little
like-
coffee bean on his lip.
Yeah.
And then like eats it.
But
He
eats.
probably
Ah,
has-
no.
He's probably got like those chocolate covered espresso beans as a snack like 24/7. Doesn't eat anything else but coffee.
And that's when he was at Lordy Taylor's the night of the murder.
That's right. That's why he's the one who killed Mr. Bull.
But puts finger on mouth on Phoenix. but but there's still one thing you have yet to prove.
What's that?
Just because he wasn't at the warehouse doesn't mean he was at the murder scene. Therefore, if you can't prove that this pitiful excuse for a man at the KB security, then I don't see how a verdict can be delivered.
No. No way.
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Wright.
This is it. This is the final round. Gotta prove that Atme was at Mr. Bullard's office on that night.
But can you really prove that?
That's long enough, Mr. Trite. I want to hear your answer.
That night, Luke Atme was at KB security, and the defense can't prove it. I can't prove it.
Just as I thought.
But if we hear more of Detective Atme's testimony,
Objection.
Unfortunately, that's as far as you can go, Mr. Trite.
what do you mean?
I won't allow for any more testimony. That's what I mean.
What?
Have you forgotten? Luke Atme is here after interruption of his own trial. And you failed to prove that he committed murder. Oh, shit. I think it's time for this witness to return to his own trial and face his guilty verdict as mask to mask.
No.
Well now, Sir Lawyer. Seems that love wins out in the end after all. I'm the ace detective as well as mask to mask. My verdict will verify that. It's just as Ron Delights will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness.
Detectiveness.
Order in the court. That's enough deliberation over this witness.
I can't believe this. At this rate, Ron is...
Don't give up now, Nick. We still have tomorrow. We can look for more evidence and...
By then, it'll be too late.
Huh? Why?
Double jeopardy, one of the basic rules of any court of law.
Double jeopardy?
Yeah, if you bet an amount of money, then if you get the question right, then you get it doubled.
Yeah.
Oh.
What is double jeopardy?
Should a defendant be tried and found innocent in court, that defendant cannot be tried again for the same crime. This is a fundamental rule of all courts. And it applies to this witness as much as it applies to anyone else.
Mr. Adme, will be found guilty in a matter of minutes. Guilty as mask to mask, which means...
He will be innocent as far as the murder of Kane Bullard is concerned.
No way.
The fact that you were unable to prove Mr. Atme's guilt of that crime here means that he will never again be tried as Kane Bullard's murderer.
Bro really
That's
said,
great.
"Wah."
Wah. I'm about to kill my client declared guilty for murder. You're losing the trial. You're losing. No. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Maya, what do we do?
I'm gonna lose switch.
You wanna please?
Please, Your Honor.
Maya, I miss Edgeworth.
Give me one more chance, please. Please give me one more chance. Please, oh.
Please, Your Honor.
Please, oh, please, Judge. Oh, please.
Now there's nothing I can possibly do to win. Even if Ron is proclaimed to be innocent, the real killer, Luke Atme, will go free.
There's nothing I can really do, no.
You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today. As long as there is no more testimony, I'm afraid I have to declare that there will be no further questioning of this witness. Are there any objections? Then I hereby end the cross-examination.
sorry.
It's okay. I thought there was gonna be an objection. I was waiting for it. I was waiting for the objection. There it is.
I think I see it.
I think I see it.
Your Honor, when you were a child, is there on your report card every
I
year?
think this is a lady speaking.
Oh,
Your Honor, when
I can't do a female voice.
How did you?
Oh, it might be Mia?
Yeah.
Oh, Phoenix. Wait, how is she? Okay.
Oh.
Have you forgotten what I used to tell you? A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets.
That voice. No way.
Not again. Come on.
Long time no see, Phoenix.
Mia!
Look at me.
Oh.
Oh,
Mia!
What's happening? This is weird!
this is the true power of the Courage channeling technique.
I accidentally switched.
She's using her terrain powers to revert.
DS screen! If you go into view, you can change it.
I
Just turn the DS upside down, Feathers.
This is the true power of the terrain channeling
Okay,
technique.
wait, F9. Wait.
Control Alt Delete-O.
Okay, there we go. Know that it's really Maya who's standing before me. Right now, she's my mentor, Mia Fey.
I like that Maya. She's like, I'm gonna take a little nap now.
Now, let's do this.
But there's nothing more we can do, Mia. Without any more testimony, I can't cross-examine.
Not yet. The testimony's not over yet.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, just now you said something very interesting. You have cross-examined every statement that the witness has made here today.
Yes, that's true, but...
Unfortunately, Your Honor, you're forgetting something. Earlier, after the last cross-examination, this witness made a number of remarks.
Just gets hit, boom!
Yes, but these comments appear to have no importance whatsoever.
Very well. Then we shall prove their importance via cross-examination. At any rate, as long as the witness has made these remarks, we, the defense, assert our right to question them. Is that all right with you, prosecutor?
Is something the matter, Mr. Godot?
Nothing.
Oh, Sir Lawyer, it looks like you're one step too late. You think such falsehoods will do anything to me, Luke at...
Let's hear it.
Huh?
It's true that the witness made some remarks. So then, let's hear the last bit of cross-examination.
But Mr. Godot, what are you...
Very well then, Mr. Luke at me. I'm going to allow the defense to cross-examine your earlier remarks.
The defense would like to hear why you declared the defendant to be the true murderer.
So please, give us one last bit of testimony.
Phoenix, this is it. This is our absolute last chance.
Is that a new expression that she has?
Yeah, it looks like it. She kind of is like...
She's like, yeah, get him.
Yeah, whatever.
Yes, Chief.
Indeed, it is true that I was not at Lordly Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph ready. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Ron Delight. And thanks to the keycard and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. And the blackmail letter? The victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. Zvari! Therefore, all the evidence points to that poor boy.
This testimony actually seems to hold up pretty well.
The witness's earlier remarks do not appear to have been hastily prepared. All of these points have been explained, and none of them seem to contradict anything.
But of course.
But how do you know about the emergency buzzer?
The police investigation documents went directly through me. I always look over all the documents. It's elementary, Sir Lawyer.
Are you going to make even more trouble for us now, Sir Lawyer?
I will not allow any of your usual shenanigans, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
We cannot postpone Luke Atmy's trial any longer. This is your last chance.
Hang on a sec. Just one chance?
It seems the party's about to begin.
Well, Phoenix?
There isn't any evidence that contradicts with that testimony.
So it would seem.
What do you mean, so it would seem?
Listen, Phoenix. Pointing out contradictions doesn't always mean you have to present evidence, does it? At any rate, this is our last chance. If you can't point out a case-breaking contradiction, you lose. That's all there is to it.
Cup number 17. The last cup. Dude, do you need to go use the restroom?
I don't know how this man has not shit his pants yet. I'm just gonna be
No,
honest.
he spent the whole 20-minute recess in the
Oh,
bathroom.
true.
Oh yeah.
He was fighting for his life.
He was in there. As soon as he got in there, he was just like, oh, it just completely released.
How is he so chill for all the coffee that he's been drinking?
He's hiding it. He's hiding it.
Yeah, you're right, you're right. He's like-
in his head, he's like, God damn it. I really have to go. Please.
He's like shaking. He's like so caffeinated. He's secretly drinking decaf.
He's secretly drinking decaf.
Did you read this already?
It seems like the last time he's come to the end of this trial. Yes.
I have to find a fatal contradiction in this testimony. And I need to point it out without presenting evidence. Which means all I can do is find the contradictory remark and press it.
Remember, you only get one chance.
Very well then, Mr. Wright, please begin your final cross-examination.
Ooh.
If you press the wrong thing here, the game ends.
Oh.
So.
Oh God.
Yikes.
Don't worry, we have the power of future sight because of that.
Demonic
Demonic
brain.
foresight.
Mr. Abby, about this last remark.
Objection.
You still don't get it, do you, Trite? This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every little statement.
I'm afraid you're the one who still doesn't get it, Mr. Godot.
What?
Mr. Atme, it seems you have finally admitted that you were in the CEO's office on the night of the murder.
How can you say that?
Let's review your testimony, shall we, Mr. Atme? The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? Mr. Delight was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit. Is that correct?
Indeed. That's what I said. My deductions are absolutely foolproof.
More like your deductions prove that you're a fool.
Hey-o.
It's just like the whole courtroom goes, oh!
They're like throwing their popcorn that they definitely bring to these trials.
I'm sorry, whatever do you mean?
For some reason, I'm starting to get really thirsty. Yeah.
Probably because you haven't drank any water.
Yeah.
You've been thirsty this whole trial, dude.
Dude should be shriveled for how much coffee he's just drank.
When exactly did we learn the fact that Ron Delight was dressed as mask to mask when he went to the scene of the crime?
That was,
It was just a few hours ago. Back when my sixth cup was looking at me with a cold stare.
What a terrible comment. Thank you, Nagito Lover.
He's gonna be brapping?
Wow.
Sorry.
Anyway. That's right, the defendant had yet to tell anyone else this fact before this morning. Therefore, the only people who should know this are those who have been watching this trial. Do you understand now, Detective Abby? There's no way that you should have known about that. You were in the next courtroom being tried as mask to mask. So then enlighten us. Just how did you know about that piece of information?
Well,
Objection.
Come on, the detective must have known about it. He probably had plenty of chances to find out beforehand.
And it's those chances that I want to discuss next.
Bless you.
Thank you.
That night, Mr. Delight was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit. There is one and only one way for Detective Atme to have found that out.
One way, you say?
Please recall, if you will, Mr. Delight's testimony. For a second, my client witnessed the real killer.
Objection.
But Mr. Delight never saw his attacker. So there's no way to tell whether or not the real killer was Luke Atme.
It's with that statement that I'll turn this case on its head.
What are you implying?
Mr. Delight saw the real killer, correct? Now, if you turn that statement around, it stands to reason that the real killer had also seen Ron Delight.
Impossible. Ooh. No way.
Detective Atme, you saw Mask to Mask at the murder scene that night. You saw him when you killed Kane Bullard and assaulted Ron Delight. That was the only way you could have known what Ron was wearing.
He's gonna blow!
What?
Okay.
Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown.
That's the same line you gave yesterday.
I love that he's like, get some new material, bro.
But I think there's a little more meaning behind it this time.
Huh?
Me too.
Oh, what an awfully complicated incident. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Atme, who was in turn blackmailing Ron Delight. And upon killing his blackmailer, Luke Atme tried to frame Ron Delight. He then claimed to be guilty as Mask to Mask in order to escape his true crime.
And to that end, he came up with this plan to use the double jeopardy rule when making his alibi.
At any rate, it would seem we finally found the truth.
Excuse me.
I came here precisely, perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man.
It really gets you into character.
Besmirching him with the title of murderer.
Don't ignore me.
I didn't realize you were there.
Why wouldn't he be? About the verdict.
I know you never committed any murder.
That's right. I'm so glad you understand that. But I really am Mask to Mask.
Uh-huh.
So, thanks to that trial yesterday, I'm innocent now, right? What was it you said? Double jeopardy?
Now that you mention it,
I've been careless.
Careless? What do you think, Mia?
as the defendant says, the rule of double jeopardy is absolute. A defendant can never be tried twice for a crime in which he was once found innocent.
Then Mask to Mask is really innocent.
It would seem so. For now.
For now.
Now then, this court finds the defendant not guilty!
Yeah!
Woo!
Boy, this is really lucky. Wait, This isn't so good after all. You see, this thing is, I still am mask to mask after all.
You did it, Phoenix.
Thanks, Mia. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's because Maya doesn't call on me
Yeah,
much
perish.
these days.
Perish.
Curse you.
Curse you.
Curse you, feathers!
Thank you.
Yeah, it's dude, I stopped myself so heavily.
Are you okay?
Oh my
Got me
god,
really good.
my brain wanted to continue.
Yeah, Maya doesn't call on me much these days.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm just joking, Phoenix. Don't take everything so seriously. But on the other hand, Maya, she seems kind of torn these days.
you mean about becoming master of curing channeling school?
Becoming the master means saying goodbye to our mother.
Miss Faye, right?
Watch over her, will you, Phoenix?
Of course.
Well then, see you around.
Mia.
Mr. Wright. I don't know what to say.
Congratulations, Mr. Delight.
Thank you so much. No, wait. Nothing really matters anymore, though, now that all of this is out.
Come on, just be happy already.
Maya.
You've been cleared of the murder charges and got off as mask to boot.
But in exchange, I lost everything.
Huh? What do you mean?
Stealing security information from KB Security, becoming mask to mask. I did it all for one reason. For her.
You mean your wife, Desiree?
She hates criminals more than anything.
Come to think of it, she was once held hostage by some robber, wasn't she?
She always said how she hated sneaky criminals. I knew that, but once I got fired from KB Security and lost all the money I had, she wouldn't have any reason to stay with me. I thought she would leave me for sure.
So that's why you became mask to mask.
Yes, but it's all over now. Broken Bull can never be put back together.
That's not true, right, Nick?
Right.
Really? Can we go back to the way things were?
You'll be fine, and Nick can prove it.
I can? I kinda wish you checked with me first. Mr. Delight, even if a bowl is broken, there's always a way to put it back together.
The sacred urn. Desi was the one who found this.
Desiree, your wife. She's always believed in you, Ron. That's why you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about anything.
Ah, there you are.
Miss Delight.
You did it, Ronnie. You're innocent. I'm so happy.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But, I suppose you don't want anything more to do with me, do you?
Ronnie, why didn't you talk to me about what was going on? I had no idea you quit KB Security. I never imagined that you were really mask to mask either.
Miss Delight, what are you gonna do now that you know? You're not gonna really leave him, are you?
Come on, it's obvious, isn't it? How could I ever let a wonderful man like him get away? After all, my bike's really fast. So fast that there's no way he could ever get away.
But didn't you say that you hated criminals?
Oh, I only hate people who act all cowardly and sneaky. Like that detective.
I see.
My Ronnie went and declared his crimes before he committed them, like a man. I just love a man who's so chivalrous.
Chivalrous?
I knew I was right about you. Every day I spend with you is filled with thrills and excitement.
Desi.
Desiree, you really do love Ron, don't you?
Nicky boy,
Yes?
I'm really glad I asked you to defend my Ronnie. Thank you so much. I'll never forget what you've done for us.
Oh, well, take care of yourself.
You too, Nicky boy.
I can feel my face going red.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh no.
Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya, congratulations!
oh no.
Oh.
Talk about bad timing.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Nick, how could you, with another man's wife in front of Mystic Maya?
No, you got it all wrong!
Never forgive you! Never, never!
Oh my god.
Oh, just as the case came to close, so too did my consciousness.
Imagine getting knocked out by a 9-year-old.
Yeah.
She's got a real great right hook.
Yeah.
Ron said a broken bowl can never be put back together. But I know that's not true. I mean, just look.
Oh,
it's so cute! Here's a perfect example of one that was put back together, even better than before.
It's not the jam jar anymore.
no. It's the jam jar in our heart.
The end.
Wow.
Woo! Not a fan.
All right.
Ooh.
That will be it for today. Next time we will continue with a recipe for turnabouts.
Mhm.
A pretty interesting one. We'll say that.
I don't remember this one.
Uh,
Or maybe I do and I don't know that's what it's called.
I don't know if this one was in the anime.
Oh.
Ooh.
I'm trying to remember. I don't think so.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
Oh gosh. Oh, this one's long.
Oh,
good.
no.
Oh yeah.
Today's story is super long.
Oh.
Oh man.
Okay, but we'll see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed watching.
Yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell button so you don't miss our next upload / live stream. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next time. Eclipse!
We'll rise
again.
Rise again!
Alright, bye-bye!
Bye.
Bye, guys.